Stadium in Eugene. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash. One team hoping to make a giant statement. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Oregon Ducks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Dan Lanning continues to prove why he's one of the best coaches in college football right now. Coming off a 13-2 season, yet another appearance in the college football playoff. He has a great stable of quarterbacks that will be fascinating to watch this season. Dante Moore returns, hoping to elevate his NFL stock. But top transfer portal quarterback Dylan Raiola in the wings. We'll see how it shakes out for the Oregon Ducks in Eugene. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So Georgia's offense will start this game off with the football. And we get our first look at Gunner Stockton. A couple of big-time signal callers on display, and we expect a lot of points to be put up in this one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
Man, I've been waiting for this game for a long time, Reese, after everything you just said. Do not blink, do not go to the bathroom, because both of these offenses can score quickly. These passing attacks are two of the most dangerous in the entire country, and it's always fun when you get to this first game now, because it's one thing to do it in practice, but you can't wait to get out and finally do it against a live defense. And when you've got quarterback play and you've got weapons catching the ball like these offenses have, boy.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Right on the money. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Off-play action on 1st down. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. It's on target and complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Oh, he makes the catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on it. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Frazier. Might have a chance. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Oregon Ducks offense will now get its first chance with the football. Dante Moore, what a luxury it is to have a guy like Ellis Robinson the 4th and maybe take away a receiver from this offense. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Brings into the open. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committee, and they run hard. They run as a...
There's a crease. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The run inside. It's Davison. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Stockton. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. A little screen to the running back.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Pressure coming. And the missed connection on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. from the 30. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Moore with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
He's going to take off. Still running at the 35. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Sends it back in motion. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Makes a catch. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Stockton. Finds his man down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket from what's left in this first half. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's Frazier. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Under fire. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
About to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Maybe some room here. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Dante Moore. Got his man down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
That last connection left him a little short of the 1st down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. They'll go play action with Moore. Makes the grab. It's Hill. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Moore to the air. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. On the move, it's Davison. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll send the back in motion. Here's Moore to throw. The screen, and watch out. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Georgia sends out the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. More play action. Got it behind the line. It's Hooks. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. That's reeled in. It's Hooks. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Throwing more. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Running inside, it's Davison. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Moore. The short hands, it's Hooks. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. On target. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The run inside. It's Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Not a lot of room to field this one. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dante Moore. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Here's Moore to throw. Trying to set up the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Makes the grab. Nine on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense hungry.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Stockton. It's complete. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. There he goes. What a great job to get out of there, pick up the first down, get out of bounds, clock stopped, and now they'll reset.
Fourth quarter, obviously, trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Pass to the end zone, caught for a touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they've tied it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we might be headed for overtime. Coming out with it, it's Hill. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Running inside, it's Davison. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Motion from the back. Throwing more. Here's a heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Davison. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Keeps it himself. He's brought down, good pickup on the play, but not quite to the 15-yard line. That's where he had to get for the first down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on third and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a fourth down, and this might be a passing situation.
Splits the uprights, and now they have a 3-point lead here in OT. return here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
To the air on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.